And we're back to learn Photoshop in a year, day 93. Let me show you in detail how you can create guides. You can drag them out of your rulers with the left click drag. And if you double click on them, the preferences will be opened. So here you can change the appearance. For example, make them dashed lines or give them a different color. Keep in mind that only this first category here on the page, on the menu page, is for guides. There's also stuff for grids. And you can also access that under Edit, Preferences, and then Guides, Grids, and Slices. So it's the same page. You can always drag them back into the rulers to make them disappear. And if you can't see rulers, just press Ctrl R. This blends them in or blends them out. And then you can drag more out of them or put them back in there. You can also clear all of the guides at once by going to View, Guides, and here's this option. You can only drag them around when they're unlocked. By default, that should be the case. But let me lock them here. And now, when I left click drag, I actually reposition canvas to white background, and I can't really drag these guides anymore. And when that's the case, go to View, Guides, and you will see this check icon right next to Lock Guides. So if this is active, they're locked and you can't drag them around. And when there is no check icon, you can drag them around again. Let us clear them, but this time we only clear the selected guides, so you can left click on them. They are highlighted with a different color. And then you go to View, Guides, and clear selected guides. And clear canvas guides is basically the same. So all of the guides that are visible on your canvas will be gone then. Let's create new guides from scratch, but this time numerically. So we use this option for new guides, horizontal and vertical. And you don't have to use pixels, you can also use percentage. So if you want to have them in the center, just make it 50%. And then Photoshop calculates automatically what pixel position that should be. If you just type it in without a value, it's going to use the default value for the system that should be set to pixels. So when you want to have a position in percentage, you have to add percentage. Don't just type in 50, but at 50% we are in center vertically and horizontally. Let's clear this again, and now we create new guides based on a layout. There are some presets. It's 8, 12, 16, 24 columns. But you can also add rows. But let me first switch here to custom. You can change the color, maybe to red. The default should be cyan. As I've said, we can add rows. So let me add maybe 4. The gutter is the gap between these. We make that 10 pixels for each. And then you can also add a margin. Just watch the top left at a margin of 0. So I check the box. It starts at the top left. And with the margin, there's a little bit of a gap between the edges of a canvas and the guides that you create. Let's clear it again. You can also load presets and save them right here. So if you create a guide layout that you have to use over and over again, it makes sense to save that. And you can also find lots of presets online. Final option for guides is to create guides based on a shape. Let me show you this as well. It's super easy. It's a one-click option, but we need a shape for that, obviously. So let me create a rectangle. It's important to have it set to shape right here before you drag it. And let me get rid of the stroke. Only want to see the black fill. It's on a different layer. And I'll make sure that this layer is active where the rectangle is. Now I'll go to View, Guides, and use New Guides from Shape. This will automatically position guides at the edges of your shape, in our case the rectangle, and you don't really need the rectangle anymore, so you can make that invisible and even delete it. And that's how you can create guides in Photoshop. I hope this video was helpful, thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.